Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Slate. Today we're going to be putting on some heated grips to this 1100. It is a company called KOSO. They're just a universal kind of heated grips. But yeah, so they're just a universal one. He ended up supplying this. But yeah, okay, so we're going to end up continue on with that. Problem is this one actually came in completely apart. He already looked at it, so obviously he didn't think he could do it, I'm assuming. So we're going to end up setting it up. It's pretty straightforward. So you have your joiner connector, right, which is going to go to each grip. That's going to go to your power. And of course you have your control. There's really no spot for this, so we're going to try and make something up to make that work. So you have, again, that was what that connector would go to, and then you have your power and ground. Again, it's fused. Now we're going to use a thunder box, so we actually don't even need any of this stuff. We just need a power and ground to it. So there is a thunder box in here. We're going to use that, and of course your throttle side and your I guess clutch side, but this is a DCT, so no clutch. So yeah, so that's going to be for that. Okay, so first things first, we're going to want to take these weighted bar ends out. So, I mean, you can take these off too. We're just going to take this right out. Okay, so there's different ways to take these off. If you can get a little bit of air underneath here, it's probably going to be loud, but put a little bit of air in there, you might be able to save them. They are kind of worn already, but we're going to try to save them. Okay, so that's just a little trick to get them off. So again, what we're going to want to do is we're going to put a little bit of lube in here, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. For some reason, had some weird stuff going on with it. There's been there's a lot of weird things on this bike for some reason. There's tape on there. Not sure why, but anyways. So this is just a lubricant, but it also is like a glue. So we're gonna end up putting that on. It'll just help me put this on. So because you have the switches here and here, I'm gonna move the harness back out of the way. So we're gonna have it down here. That way it's not in the way. And again, we can change this around afterwards. Throttle side, same thing. Before we continue on with this, let's just kind of see what the overall diameter is. I think they are actually bigger. They're about 1 1/4, and then these ones are going to be just a little bit more. So they're not actually too bad. They're not they're a little bit bigger, but not too crazy. Let's grab the air. There it goes. So again, plastic tube here. The 1100 already has it cut out here, so you're perfectly fine with that. That's your throttle tube. That's why the one side's a little bit bigger. So this side's a little bit bigger. It's going to attach itself to here. Again, still going to move. There is a collar already on the 1100 right here, so it won't actually butt up against here, so it's not going to be dragging off of here. Like if you didn't have that collar, like on the 500s they don't have that, it would actually stick on there, and then you would like pull on it and it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move back. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can put this on. So if you see on here, it's a lot longer inside, so we're gonna have to put some more spacers inside there. If we don't put spacers, it's gonna hold on there, and then the throttle's not gonna move, right? So I'm gonna give it a little bit more slack on here, that way it doesn't catch on anything, and it's not gonna interfere with the brake. I'm gonna zip tie that out of the way. There's really no spot to put it. He does have a fairing here, so we can kind of get away with some of that, but we are going to put that connector in here. We have this one in here. We're going to tie it up back in with this stuff. And of course, because there's a bunch of white connectors, that would drive me insane. Black electrical tape, that way it's hidden. Okay, so that can go there. That'll be towards the center. Okay, if you're not using like a Thunderbox or whatever, you're gonna wanna have one to the ground, the battery preferably, and then this gonna be to the battery as well, positive. You have a fuse. With the Thunderbox, you don't need a fuse. It's actually kind of like a smart relay type stuff. So we're just gonna actually cut this, because right now you'd have to take the tank up at least to get this past here. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna cut it. Okay, now we have a lot of extra. We can trim it down to what we need, and then you're gonna wanna hook it to the Thunderbox. So basically I have the wire up through here, underneath the tank, in the back. We didn't use the fuse, we're using the Thunderbox. This is the control, we're gonna put this there, but I don't have any 3M tape. So I have to go get some of that, but that's pretty much where it's gonna go. So I don't really need to record that section of it. We're gonna test it out. The problem is the exhaust is pretty loud on this thing. He has the Shorty GP, and so I'm gonna hopefully see this, but I'm gonna go through it, show you that, you know, it's off right now. It's going to start. The Thunderbox is going to give it a delay because it does not actually give full power to it for the first like 2 seconds. When it turns on, then it's going to be, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. I'm going to test these out, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so I'm going to show that. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's the startup. There you go, 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So again, having it there is gonna work. Actually very nice. So, I mean, let's turn this off so you can talk. Oh wow, that's nice and warm. Good light, good indication. Oh, it's very warm actually, it's pretty nice already. So that's pretty much it. That is the basics kind of thing on how to do these. This is just a generic. They do have one from Honda. It is a nicer setup in my opinion because a little cleaner. It's actually all plugged in and stuff like that, and there's like a button on the side here, and it's integrated too, so it actually is part of the cluster as well. It will tell you, you know, what mode you have it in and stuff too. I kind of like the cleanliness of that, but this will do the trick. Okay, so anyways, that is the heated grips. I want to thank the Patreon supporters. I mean, it's a huge support to the channel. It's very helpful, so I do thank you both. If you do want to join the Patreon, you can join that. There will be a link in the description. Again, no pressure. It's up to you guys. It does help the channel. Also, there is a shop. Basically, it has all kinds of like accessories, gears, that type of stuff, whatever, like clothing and stuff like that, hats, stuff like that. Check it out if you're interested in anything. Way to support the channel as well. I thank everybody that does do that, does help me out. Anyways, if you do like this channel, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.